Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.wordpress.com, back again here with another Ferrero Friday project, and this time it's a triple Ferrero box and it's made using some new products. The first one is this stamp set here, which is called Double Take, and it's a way of getting layered and shadow images without having to clean your stamps off, use a Stamp-A-Majig or things like that. So it gives a slightly different effect, it's like a 3D effect, and it's lovely. Some really nice large sentiments you can see here, bigger than they show on the front, which is a great way to add a focal point to your project. So I've used the Love one here, and just 2 of the 3 stamp sets that layers that are available, and I've also used some of the new designer series paper which is available on sale at Bration. So spend £45 in my online shop down below and you can choose a pack of 12 by 12 sheets of paper which is all black and white, and you can then colour as you choose. And I've just literally coloured a couple of the flowers there. And the lid, you'll see here, when you lift it off, just enough room for 3 Ferrero, but I've reinforced the lid. And also we've got some pretty corners here, a little bit different, which an idea I got from Jana's Bastelwelt, which is to use the envelope punch board for the corners. So I'll show you how to do that as well. And then the ribbon doesn't go on the top, it goes underneath. Just cut a couple of slots to keep it neat, along with a reinforced box there that just makes it a little bit stronger and sturdier and gives it a nice finish to the top. So without further ado, let's crack on. Now this is probably attempt 4 at the video without being disturbed, so let's hope that that's going to happen today. I'll do the instructions in centimetres and hopefully get the inches a lot at the same time, but all the dimensions in both inches and centimetres will be on my blog www.flutterbyheidi.wordpress.com. So to start off with, you need a piece of card that is 5 1/8 by 7 7/8, so that is 13.5 by 20.5 centimetres, so 20.5 as you can see there. And you're going to score all 4 sides at 1.5 centimetres on this side. So you'll line up at 1.5 on the side, score, rotate and repeat that on all 4 sides. And then on the left hand edge, you're going to be scoring at 5 centimetres to get that second score line, and you can see there 5 centimetres all the way around. So you'll end up with a piece of card that's got a slight grid on it like so. So for inches, you're going to score at 1/2 inch and 1 7/8. You're then going to do your designer series paper, and this is 11.5 by 18.5, which is 4 3/8 by 7 1/8. And again, you're going to score at 1.5 centimetres all the way around on all 4 sides, and then the same as before, but this time at 4 centimetres. So on all 4 sides again, only this time actually I should have said you're actually lining up at just before 4 centimetres. You want to make your box very slightly larger than your base so that it's a good fit. So it is literally just under the 4. So when you do it in inches, you're going to be scoring at 1/2 inch and 1.5, but it's going to be just under. So if you imagine your 1.5 is there and you're moving it across, hopefully you can see there just a little bit, so it's literally just the width of a piece of card. And once you've done all 4 sides, you'll end up with your DSP, which has, hopefully you can see the score lines just there. And then the process you're going to use is exactly the same on all of them. What I would suggest you do is fold and gently burnish the score lines. You don't really need to burnish as such with DSP. I'm just reinforcing them a little bit there because it will make it easier when you're doing your trimming. And if you want to colour in, now would be the chance to colour those in. So fold all of those and do the same with our box base. Okay. So as you go around, just a quick run along with your bone folder. And this is a really useful tool. You know, if you haven't got one, then do get yourself one. And once you have scored and burnished all of those, you're going to cut away the outer 3 boxes on each corner, on both your card and your DSP. And that's when actually doing the folding just helps, gives you a nice defined line. And you're notching away at the top there as well. because that's going to fold in, so you want to make sure that it fits nice and flush and you're getting rid of the bulk. So do the trimming away of the corners first. And coming up to the last one, and then we're going to do our tabs. So and on this box, because it's only short at the one edge, when we do our tabs, I'm going to cut them so they fold into the long piece. So cut straight down to the middle and then notch out on either side. So again, straight down. And obviously, it's plain cast off. If you wanted to, you could stamp a design on this as well. But I think with the DSP on the top, you really don't need to add any more for me, I don't need to add any more decoration. But you can go as crazy as you like. Okay. So that's our base. You see there we've notched out. And then you're going to repeat that on your DSP. So this one's a little bit tricky to see being on the white, but it is exactly the same principle. And that's where having actually done the folding beforehand is helpful. Obviously, you could do your tabs at the same time. I just find it sort of more methodical to go around and do the same thing 4 times over, so I don't lose track of where I am. And it also gives you an idea of how long it'll take to make the project as well. So there you go. Having done that, now you bring in your envelope punch board, and what you need to do is tuck in the flap and then line up your crease there with the middle of the curved bit of the punch at the top. So line it up and just punch down like so, and repeat that. It's a little bit like when we make crackers, exactly the same principle. So just tuck the flap in. I suppose I could measure it actually to give you an idea of where it's going into. So that's going in at 6 centimetres, which is sort of 2 3/8. That would be more helpful, wouldn't it, really? So I just eyeball it, line it up to the middle. So it's about 1 inch, which is obviously 2.5 centimetres, and that's sort of it's just over about 5 inches. So it's about 13 centimetres, and repeat again. So that's about just over 1 inch, and the last one. So you're going to end up with this piece that's a little bit of a odd shape, but all will become clear. So what you're going to do is stick these 2 end bits in first, and I'm just going to use my snail for that, because it is just DSP that we're sticking in. And then you're going to put fuse actually rather than snail, because it will give it a much better fold, and just cut, so it's the same as making our box. You're just going to cut up those sections there, and those are going to be the flaps that are going to tuck in. So a little bit of fuse just to hold those in place while you're gluing. So tuck it in, line up the edge like so on both sides, and then fold your flap down. So it's the same on this side, line up your edge, line up the edge, and tuck the flap down. And then just pop your bone folder along there, just to kind of make sure it's nice and neat. And that is basically your lid with these pretty corners. Repeat the process to make your box base. So we're just doing some gluing there. So fuse across all of those edges. end flap's tucked in, and I've done it again. What you need to do before you glue it is actually cut these slots here, which I need to do. So preferably when you're doing it, you can obviously take a craft knife. If, like me, you forget to do it, then just come in and cut a small slot right on that score line there, just in the middle. So it's around about sort of between 6 and 7 centimetres. Okay. And then, before you put, this is why I noticed, got somebody thought, oh, I haven't got my ribbon there. Then just feed that ribbon through from the outside. And you can either have 2 separate pieces, or you can put just one piece all the way through. Like so. And just cut. So now you can go ahead and make your box base. So there we go. Just pop that together. And then fold those top pieces in, and that's going to just pop that down with your bone folder so it's nice and secure. So that's our basic box. We can fit in our 3 Ferrero Rocher ready to gift. Providing you haven't eaten them while you've been crafting, of course. One of my friends did the other day. Pop your lid on, and you'll see, because we've made it that tiny touch bigger, it will just slide over the top there. And if it's at all unwilling, then just pop it in. Then you can just tie your bow on the top, and all that's left now is for us to decorate. So pop your ribbon on, and we're just left to do our decoration for the front. And to create that, you're going to need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and that is, it is 11.5 by 3 centimetres, that's 4.5 by 1 1/8, and you need a piece of coloured cardstock to act as a backing strip for it, which is 5 by 1 inch, 12.5 by 2.5 centimetres. So when you get your, this is how we're going to do our stamp. Basically, you're going to come in and stamp in the middle. Stamp off once first, because we want a lighter colour. And stamp our love. And then come in with our detailed stamp, and then, because they're photopolymer, you can just see through to line up our detail on the inside there. And then once we've done that, just use the triple punch to feed that in. And if you're not sure whether it's centered or not when it's one like this, then if you look at it from below, you can just see it there, and make sure that that is in the right place, like so. Okay, so that's our love for the front. And then, as I said, you need a piece of cardstock, which I have managed to misplace, which is 12.5 by 2.5. So if I just trim a strip 2.5, right, 12.5, and then you again just pop that into the banner punch. And this one is easy because it's an inch. You can just pop it in and punch it through. And all that remains is to layer our banner up in the centre there. This is to show that you don't always need layers to come either side of your item. You know, it's quite nice to have something that is a banner in the middle. And all that remains is to pop that on the front there, to trim our ribbon off. And there you have a pretty little gift box to gift away 3 Ferrero Rocher. And I hope you've enjoyed that. Managed to make it all the way through to the end that time. Joys of live videoing. Take care now and come back in soon. Don't forget to visit my shop, particularly at the moment. It's a great time to get your free celebration items, or to get to join up, Stampin' Up, and get £99 gets you £130 of product plus 2 free stamp sets. What's not to love? Take care and see you again soon. Bye bye.